what's going on, you guys? We got to another DC TV talk. Today we got one for Stargirl episode 10. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I was getting ready to do a top 10 list of all the live action DC shows. Had to put it off, okay? Because it's official. I know for a fact Stargirl is in there, but I don't know how high it's going to be yet. I'm going to wait till the season is done before I do that top 10 list. Because this right here, I don't know how much better the show can get, y'all, if I'm just keeping it a buckaroo banzai. Because it is delivering on every single aspect that the show has set up throughout this entire season. This episode focuses, well, okay, first I'm going to start off where we left off last week. Where it's like, okay, Barbara walks in, she sees the staff, and she's like, what the hell is going on, Pat? Court, what's going on? And they pretty much try to explain to her, like, Court thinks her dad is Starman, and her mama like, bro, that's not your dad, okay? And I'm just like, okay, look at a picture. Is that her dad? Like, tell me, is that her dad? She never would just look at a clear picture, even though they gave her a clear picture. And she was just like, that's not your father. I'm just like, can she say she's never seen the guy? Can she say that? Please, can we give me that at least? You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Like, she played around with it through the entire episode. And even when she was online looking up pictures of Starman, they were all shaded. I'm like, you had a picture earlier in the episode, okay? You could have told me if that was her. You could have told me, her, and everybody else if that was her dad or not. All right, come on now, Barb. She ends up getting pissed off with Pat because, listen, she loves Pat, true enough. But one of the things about it is he lied to her. He definitely lied to her. Like, when she asked you the whole car accident, it's like, no, your daughter out there fighting crime. I lied to her. Get out, Pat. I'm like, damn. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. I usually like if I'm sleep on the couch, then get out. But like, she just get out, Pat. Then Mike just was like, I'm Mike, like, I'm gonna ride with my daddy. You heard me? It's been us for however long. It is what it is. I'll tell you another good moment. The staff shows up to like, hey, what's going on? Let's go take out some bad guy. Because the staff was after Isaac, because they know Isaac is the one who killed Starman. So it's like, okay, we have to get him. Tries to get Court. Court don't want to go. Meanwhile, Henry and Henry Sr. Henry Jr. and Henry Sr. are like having a conversation. He doesn't remember anything from the past 10 years. I think it's the past 10 years. And his apparently Henry's mother died when he was 6. So that whole thing, he doesn't remember anything past that point. And he doesn't, like, of course, Henry has his powers. Now he's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do this and talk to you about this and all of that. Like, he's like, okay, cool. There's a lot of stuff happening. Henry dips out and sees exactly what happened to his mother, and it implies, like, when he found his mother, she was cold as ice. I'm like, okay, that leads you to believe Isaac is the one who killed her. So it goes through that whole thing, and Henry like, okay, I gotta kill Jordan because Jordan manipulated you into like continuing in this path of evil. So Jordan just so happened to show up to see Brainwave's alive. Like, hey man, happy for you. It's time to get to work. You know what I'm saying? You are the missing piece. Let's go get to work. The staff shows up, blasts the hell out of Jordan real quick. But of course, it stands no chance against Brainwave by himself, because Brainwave puts up a field, and then Jordan freezes the staff. I was pretty sad for the staff. Like I said, I love the fact that the staff actually has personality and wants to defend like his former wielder. And so we dipping, and we going, and Courtney wakes up. Staff's gone, Pat's gone. Her and her mama getting in arguments. Her mama ready to leave Blue Valley. And then Court goes to like talk to Pat, and Pat like, okay, I don't really care about this. As long as y'all safe, I don't care if this ends. And, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just need y'all to be safe. I was like, okay, that's some real shit. Then we had a moment between Mike and Court. And this is what the show does. It has like all these big things happening and all these dope fights, because all the fights are always dope. But then they always have those the little character moments that really hit to the core. And when you get like a moment between Mike and Courtney, he's just like, I thought we was brothers and sisters. Like, we supposed to trust each other, we supposed to protect each other. Like, that's not what you're doing. Like, and then they're like, because he know that she never really liked him at the beginning. So he thinking like, okay, well, you never really wanted us around anyway. It's cool, man. Enjoy yourself. And like, because he got Pat back regardless. That's his dad. But he also thought he had built something with Barbara and Courtney. But he think like Courtney really like back on the stuff that she was on at first, but she just wanted her and her mom. And like Mike like, okay. He kind of hurt by it. Be like, it is what it is though. And so that moment, like, he just like, damn. And then you get the moment between Courtney and Henry where she's like, oh, we're cousins. And she hugs him immediately. I'm like, Courtney, just because y'all related don't actually, I mean, just because you think y'all blood don't mean y'all actually cool. Calm down, sweetheart. And I'm basically just doing the whole recap of the entire episode. But like, the moment in the cafeteria where they like, we need Henry's help, or we have to help Henry. And like, Rick had a good point. Like, I'm not helping this dude. Like, what we helping this dude to save his daddy? Man, the dude daddy is a criminal. We finna whoop his daddy ass when we see him. Granted, is kind of like, and Henry like, you ain't gonna do nothing to my dad. Your daddy was a part of the group who killed my parents. Yolanda still hate him for what she did to him, and I thought that at some point it was gonna come out to like, hey, he didn't actually do it. It was Cindy. That never happened. They end up teaming up with him only because they said, hey, we have to have Corpse back. That's the only reason we're doing this, because we want our back. And then they go to the ISA's hideout. Meanwhile, Pat goes to get Barbara out. Barbara records Jordan and his parents' conversation, because they speak Norwegian. They don't. So they have to use the translator, and they find out that like, they have something going on. So now Barbara's probably like, okay, something's actually going on. Meanwhile, but before all that, she actually emailed Courtney's real dad. In the end of the episode, we see that he emailed her back, which is so Starman isn't her dad, which is going to play a big part when she realized, like, okay, if he's not my dad, then I've been on this like mission. That's been my whole thing. It's like to avenge my father. Once she realized that Starman isn't her father, like, I think that's going to come a moment where like, hey, this isn't your battle. I wonder if she gonna think like, this isn't my battle to fight anymore, and like, when she get down, because I think that's, granted, that is kind of like the cliche thing to do, but I think I really like that angle, because that's been her biggest motive behind this whole thing. The fact that she didn't have a father, and because the only reason she feel like she didn't have a father because he was killed by the ISA. So that affected her whole childhood and like her coming up. So when she found out that that's not actually the case, things changed like drastically. And then we go into the bottom. Beth and Rick go one way. Wildcat, Stargirl, and Brainwave Jr. go the other way. They end up running the Dragon King, his goons. They have an awesome fight. Great fight. The fact that Court is not just skilled with the staff, but is pretty skilled without the staff, thought that was a great addition, okay? Because I'm like, Court doesn't have a staff. What's she gonna possibly do? So, you don't need the staff. You know, the staff just adds to me. You know what I mean? Ain't what I need to fight. So I was like, okay, that's a dope angle to put, you know? And so they end up taking out Dragon King. We end up seeing Dragon King's face for a little bit, which I enjoyed. I hope we see more. I hope he's not, I'm pretty sure he's not taken out completely. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of him. I wish we got more of another Cindy versus Courtney, because even though, I take that back. I'm good where we at. Because Dragon King was about to defeat Courtney again until the staff came, and that's when Courtney caught him off guard, because I think if Courtney would have started off with the staff, I still think she would have lost. But considering the fact that she had the staff last minute and kind of like caught him off guard, that's how she was able to get the upper hand and win. Because I'm pretty sure Dragon King is stronger than Shiv. All right, so they ended up getting out, and this is where this show just completely, like, not loses me, but just no. Because before we have the moment between Henry and his dad, he's trying to get his dad down. He's just like, no. They have a little brain battle, and he knocks his dad back. Cool. Meanwhile, Rick trying to get Solomon Grundy out so he can go hand to hand, which he gonna get the hell beat out of him. Solomon Grundy was born on, man, listen, y'all know the saying, okay? Solomon Grundy throw them jaws. Solomon Grundy done fought some of the, Rick wasn't ready, bro. I'm super excited to see Solomon Grundy as well. But just like I said, this is where the episode gets, it does something that none of, this, and it's on CW. That's what, I appreciate that, because it's like it's showing them like this is something you can do that's like better than what you've been doing. Granted, it was initially on DC Universe. It's on DC Universe, but like this is like what we want to see in our superhero shows. Like the stakes are big. We've seen people die before. We've seen like it's real. When we get to the end and they're all trying to escape, and Beth gets through. Rick gets through, Wildcat gets through, and Henry ends up pushing Court through. And it's just him and his dad. And I'm thinking like, okay, Henry just got his powers. There's no way he's gonna win. I'm like, he shouldn't win. I'm like, but I guess for the sake of the story, they might have him win and then they just escape. Or like, hey, his powers, that's why I had to be stronger than his father for some odd reason, okay? Nope, that's not what they did. Nope, that's not what they did at all. They I didn't like Henry. I didn't like him. I haven't liked him most of the time because I thought he was like whiny, annoying, just wasn't a good character. But before this guy died, I was just like, I had that moment like, nah, don't kill him. Like I was like, I don't want to see him go. No, like, no, don't kill him. I was talking shit earlier. Don't kill him though. His dad killed him, and he found out before that it wasn't Jordan who killed his mama. It was his dad. I was just like, oh shit. I said, Jesus Christ, this is some good stuff right here, man. That moment between them, where he looked up at Wildcat like, I really am sorry. And Courtney, you're right. There are good people in the world. Just like, holy hell, I'm like, but even then I'm still like, they're not gonna kill him. They killed him. They freaking killed him. Bro, this show is awesome. Okay, 100% awesome. Alright, I'm just gonna put that out there, bro. This is top notch. This is probably top 5 DC shows. If they can, I ain't gonna even say just land the ending. Don't do nothing crazy. Just keep it in line with everything else they've done. And if they can do that, this top 5, possibly even top 3, because they hit on every single thing. Lovable, likable characters, good action, good comedy. Like it feels realistic. The stakes are high. Bro, we got 3 more episodes, man. 11, 12, and 13. I think it's 13 episodes this season. Bro, if they pull this off, man, this is definitely grade A DC shows, bro. And it's definitely gonna make in my top 5. It's gonna be in my top 5. I mean, my top 10 is gonna be in my top 5 somewhere. This has been great. And this episode right here, I just seen an article saying something about Stargirl delivered with an explosive episode that could have been a season finale. That's definitely what this episode could have been. It was that good, bro. This 10 out of 10 episode. 10 out of 10, bro. I can't wait to see next week. You guys let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.